everybody. Happy Thursday. Happy Thursday. Welcome to my show, Lauren's Tomato Awesome Sauce, where I basically ramble on about tomatoes for 2 hours. Really glad you guys are here. If you've never watched the show before, welcome. I would suggest you grab a notepad and a pen because I am going to showcase today's 16 different tomatoes. And you may just find one or two that you would like for your grow list. We have a group called Tomato Lovers Collective and Swap. It's really more of a community than a group. And on Saturdays, we have a post called Seed Seeking Saturday, where you can put up to 5 varieties you're looking for each week. And so I often see after my show, I often see things that I've talked about this week on people's Seed Seeking Saturday. Some of the ones I'm talking about are pretty easy to find, others not so much. So Seed Seeking Saturday can be your friend. We also have a most wanted post. We actually have 2 most wanted posts. We have one that is specifically for that one variety that is eluding you that you would like for this season. The other one is an ongoing one we've had since we started the group back in 2023, that you can have one up at a time. And so when hopefully you find that variety, you can remove that and put a new one up with the season one. The season one, it's one and done, which I don't think some people are understanding because I've seen people put multiple up there, but that's okay. That's okay. Really, it's just a great show and a great community for you to find interesting varieties. I've got some really, really, really cool stories on some of them today. Some I don't know much about, a couple of them. Some have really great stories that, right. I say this every week, but right when I think that I can't possibly find more tomatoes with great stories. And this week, several fell into my lap, so I'm super excited about that. This is my last show until March 12th, so 5 weeks. We will be without this show because I am leaving next Thursday to go visit my parents, which I do every year down in Destin, Florida, which is heaven on earth. It's on the Panhandle. If you've ever been there, you know the sand is white as snow. It's pure. It's like powder. No shells, no nothing, which makes the water turquoise and beautiful. Little chilly down there right now, but by the time Riley, my daughter's coming also for part of the time, by the time we get there, it's going to be in the low 70s Fahrenheit. And I can use some low 70s Fahrenheit. That is for sure. It has been cold here. We have snow on the ground. The past many years, when we get snow, it's not a lot and it melts right away. We've had snow on the ground. We had a big storm, as many of you did, I know. Was it a week ago? It was more like 2 weeks ago, I think, right? And friends of ours like Linda had been without power for over a week. So Linda, I'm not sure if you're here today or not, but we're really happy to see you back. This is, again, if you're just watching for the first time, this is an interactive show. So I like to get comments on the screen when I can. Missed last week's, here's to trying for today. Happy Awesome Sauce Thursday. And he beat Sherman, who is on vacation in South America, the land of native tomatoes. That is for sure. Strange they don't have a robust selection in the markets. Yeah, they did come from there. The United States is really responsible for spreading them, even to Italy, but they do originate from there. That is for sure. What else did I want to tell you? Oh, last week. No, it was this week. What day was it? Today's Thursday. Was it Tuesday? Yes, it was Tuesday. Ken Fry from Forgotten Heirlooms and moderator of Pepper Lovers Collective and Swap did his very first pepper show. Has pretty much the same format as what I do here, but he is more of a pepper head than I am. He's the perfect person to do it. It was so much fun. I hope you guys have as much fun at my show as I had at his show. He's going to try to do them every Tuesday at the same time. I know next week he said he has to work Tuesday. He will be doing Monday. But what a fun show. If you watched or listened either way, if you watched, let's let Ken know how much we loved it. It was so much fun. For his first time, he did an incredible job. He had over 50 live viewers. And really, he didn't seem nervous at all. He had slides up. He had tips for us about getting rid of aphids. It was a lot of fun. So as you have Thursdays, hopefully on your weekly calendar, to watch this show, I hope you put the time in for the Tuesday Pepper Show. So congratulations, Ken. I'm not sure if you're here or not, but what a fun show that was. And really, really happy to have a Pepper version of this. He's the perfect person to do it. What a nice, nice guy he is. What else? We have prizes today. Today's show is sponsored, as it is every month or the first Thursday of the month, by our friends at Inspired Garden Life. They have a whole new line coming out, as they usually do, and they're giving away t-shirts and gift cards today. Their Epiphany collections. The light reveals what's next. Seed catalog, sacred planning, and the gentle art of listening to what wants to grow. Available through February. And they've got all kinds of beautiful new shirts. Every time I turn around, was it Francis in TLC shared about new shirts, which I didn't know about. They're great. And for people that win today, every winner gets to plant a little joy, share a friend's name and email, and they will send that friend a free shirt too. Your win becomes their surprise. So anybody who wins, there'll be 5 drawing at the end. You have to put in hashtag tomato in order to win. So 5 free t-shirts, 3 $25 gift cards, and they are just so generous. And then if you give an email of a friend, look how cute they are. I don't know how they make these little dolls and stuff that look like them, but how cute are they? Share the Love giveaway, which I just mentioned, 5 free t-shirts, 3 $25 gift cards. And you can find them at inspiredgardenlife.com. My shirt is from there. They don't sell this one. They kind of put the Mr. and Mrs. on for Rob and I. But the tomato head is available. They've got long sleeve, they've got short sleeve, they've got tanks, they've got V-necks, all kinds of things always going on there. So thanks. I know they couldn't be here today, but thank you, Tim and Darylyn, for your wonderful prizes and for making these slides for me every month. They're beautiful. I wish I had half the tech savviness as you do. Is that a word? We also have seed prizes we're giving away. Teresa Begin is giving away some seed prizes. Olivia normally does, but I didn't hear from her for today, so not sure about her. Teresa's giving away Sophia Sakova and Karen Olivier seed prizes. And something huge has happened. Well, first of all, a lot of you know, but in case you don't, I am in Facebook Messenger jail. Yes, there is such a thing. I don't know why. It was, what day was it? Sunday. Last Sunday, all of a sudden I got I wasn't even sending a message. I got a message saying that I sent something that goes against their community standards, and I can't send messages for 1 week. So the week will be up on Sunday. I hadn't even been sending messages. I sent a lot of messages the day before because there was some heavy duty tomato drama that some of you know about. So I was getting a lot of messages of support, and thank you all for doing that. It meant a lot because it was really hurtful. So I was sending a lot of messages that day, but you would think, I don't know. What do I send that's against community standards? Tomatoes? I don't know. But if I did not answer you back and you sent me a message this week, that is why. I am able to use my Mr. and Mrs. Tomato Head page messenger, but I can't initiate messages. I can only answer back messages. It's really weird. But yes, my jail is up on Sunday. But I do thank all of you for your support. It means a lot. But anyway, the good thing about being in Facebook Messenger jail is I am caught up on all my seed wishes. If you're expecting something from me, it's on its way. I also couldn't send pictures of the envelopes to all of you who I owed seeds to, which means I'm going to give away, since it's our last show for 5 weeks, I'm going to give away 5 surprise seed packages with some really good stuff in it. So there'll be a drawing for that at the end also. All right, let's get to some comments before I get too far behind. We had Rowena, we already got. Mayor from Afar is here. Happy Awesome Sauce Day. Maybe it's your lucky day again, Mayor from Afar. You seem to win all the time. Hey, Deborah, good morning. Love Thursday Chatsy. I'm going to miss you guys. I thought about doing them while I was away. It's just too much work. It would take an entire day away from visiting my parents, which kind of defeats the purpose. So I figure I'll take 5 weeks off, um, and I can build up, all those varieties that I want to talk about. And by the time I get back, I'll probably be ready to start unveiling my grow list. I think I do a separate show for that. I think last year I started doing a separate show. Um, I'm not sure. I don't want to interfere with Ken's Tuesdays. I normally do things on Tuesdays. I'll have to work it out with him. But I think I do Awesome Sauce Thursday, and the unveiling of my grow list was a separate day. So we will figure it out. Maybe I'll move that and my unboxings and stuff to Wednesdays. But anyway, by the time I get back, I should have my grow list good to go, and I can share with you guys. There will be less varieties to share with you this year because I'm growing a lot of stuff of my crosses. I'm growing some Kina crosses for other friends and stuff. So it's not like it will be anything that you guys can go out and purchase. I suppose I could show pictures and stuff of it because they're all pretty exciting. Kina's got some really beautiful things that she's working on. But yeah, so that'll be in 5 weeks. So everybody rest up, watch Ken with his peppers, and I'll be back on March 12th. Who else do we have? We've got Deborah, River Rock Farm. I can't wait to have my grow list change yet again. I think there may be a couple you will want to grow. All of you. Today really spans the world as far as countries and different stories, colors, lots of color today. So I'm pretty excited about it. Hey, Skano Ongwei. Happy Thursday. Ongwei has gifted our Ongwei ES grow out chat with some seeds of things he's working on. I got all those out yesterday. So if you're on Team Ongwei, those went out yesterday. No, I'm sorry, they went out today. I finished them yesterday. They went out today. So thank you, Ongwei, for that. Very exciting. Hey, Susan, thanks for being here. Heidi's here. Hope you're feeling better, my friend. Hi, Leslie. And Christy. Hey, Christy. Neray is here. Hello. And Brigitte, I got seeds from you. Thank you. I couldn't send a private message because I'm in messenger jail. They don't even tell you what it is. And I was in Facebook jail once before a couple of years ago, and there was at least like an opportunity to talk to somebody or a bot or somebody to what's the word I'm looking for? Like find out what the heck's going on. If you're in messenger jail, no. I can still read messages, but I can't send. It's the weirdest thing. Like if I'm that dangerous, why do I still have Facebook? Not that I'm complaining, mind you, that would be terrible. But gosh, I don't know if somebody reported me for something, but I couldn't even imagine what it was that I sent. My messages are pretty boring. Almost all of them are about tomatoes. Almost all of them. All right, who else do we have? Hey, Teresa. Teresa's giving away seeds today. Thank you, Teresa. Sorry, I couldn't answer you back. I did see a message from Kina, just making sure. No stand-in for me. No stand-in. But before you officially say goodbye to me, Jen and I have a show tomorrow night. Tomato Talk Live. Tomorrow, 7 p.m. Eastern Standard. And we are having Ashley Essikin back from Gardening in Canada. I put one of her latest video up in Tomato Lovers Collective and Swap today. It's funny, we booked this with her back in December, I think, because we were talking about whether we do January or February. She was on, I think it was last summer. She's fantastic. Her channel on YouTube is Gardening in Canada. You don't have to live in Canada to get something out of her videos and her on the show. She's an actual soil scientist. She's studied this in school, and she's just fantastic. And so I was chatting with her yesterday, DMing on Instagram, and she's like, yeah, we can talk about whatever you want. Like, she's so easygoing and cool. And Jen and I were thinking, seed starting tips and tricks and maybe fads to avoid, which is what it's called, would be great. And little did I know that 2 hours earlier, That's exactly the video she put up. So if you watched it, I put it in TLC today. If not, go to the Gardening in Canada YouTube channel. It's really, really great. And so she was in this video, she's rating like seed starting methods 1 to 10. I'll be honest, I haven't finished it yet. But I do know number 9 is the snail rolls, and she'll be talking about that. It's very, very interesting. That's definitely a fad that a lot of people really love and swear by. I also put up in TLC today a couple older videos of mine. I have a video showing my method of starting seeds, which is a little bit different from a lot of methods. I start um, in my either solo cup or bootstrap farmer cup. I only fill the soil up halfway, and I plant the seeds in the soil that way. And as they continue to grow, I keep adding soil up, and that develops strong roots along the stem. So I posted that video, and then I posted a video I did 2 years ago, which is my up potting method, and I do that into seedling grow bags. I swear by it. The only downfall with it is depending on the kind of soil you use. I love Fox Farm Ocean Forest. That's all I use. It can get pricey when you're adding soil up the stem. But a couple of years ago, they started making seedling grow bags that weren't as fat as the ones I use in the video. They are now tall and skinny, which is perfect. So I continually add soil up. I don't know if Akili is here, but she said the plants I gave her last year at our plant swap, she could see the root systems were just super healthy. So I swear by this method, but there really is no one right way. If you have a method you swear by, that works then, whatever works for you. I don't know if Ashley mentioned my method in her video or not. It's not real. I was going to say, I know I've seen others do it. It's not like super popular. So I don't know if she talks about that or not, but I will talk to her about it tomorrow night. I think I've mentioned it to her before. So anyway, tune in 7 o'clock Eastern Standard. I know for many of you that is awfully late, so the show will be recorded, of course. Hey, Eric, thanks for being here. Rowena says, I'm ready for this one. And since I'm away for pretty much the same length of time, you and I won't have to worry about my list being disrupted. That's right. I am a grow list disruptor. I'm still waiting for a t-shirt that says I'm a grow list disruptor. Thanks, Teresa. Yes, if you guys could all like this video, that would be groovy, and subscribe. That would be great. Don't forget, if you're just joining, make sure you type in #tomato. We've got some amazing prizes, including t-shirts from Inspire Garden Life, gift cards, seeds from Teresa, and seed packages from me. I can't believe I'm caught up. It feels awesome. It feels awesome because sometimes I'll get a couple months behind. You guys know, because I've probably given seeds to the majority of you, and you're always all very patient. So I guess I know where my time is spent, and that is a lot on Messenger. So if I don't have Messenger, I can do all the seeds. It feels great. But I want to make sure I'm getting people seeds they want before I go away, because I like seeing people get the varieties they want. And I know you guys are like that too. Wow, we have 101 live viewers right now. That's excellent. Welcome, everybody. If it's your first time watching, let us know. The Christina Joe, I got a live. I get to watch from the beginning. I'm sick at home and missing work. I'm so sorry. Thank you for choosing to watch the show while you're sick. That makes me feel good. And really nice to see you. Thanks for watching. All right, who else we have? Drew's here. Hey, Drew. Happy Thursday to you. Drew just made me remember it's starting to inch up. So we have a plant swap in Carlisle, Pennsylvania. This will be our third annual plant seedling swap, and seed swap also in Carlisle, Pennsylvania on May 8th. It's in Carlisle, Pennsylvania, which is halfway between Jen and I. These are turning into some big events. Every time we do it, we seem to double our the amount of people that come. And I know I know of at least a few of you who are flying in, which is really exciting. So mark your calendars. It's at La Torte Park. I'll have a graphic soon. May 8th. It's a ton of fun. It'll be from 12 to 6. Come when you want. Even if you don't have seedlings to share, still come. You'll go home with something, I promise you. It's definitely not a give and take type. I mean, it is a give and take type thing, but if you're coming from out of town and bringing seedlings possibly isn't doable for you, I'll have stuff you can bring home. I know Drew was talking about it. That's what made me think about it. Drew was talking about it with me yesterday. We just love to see people get great, rare, unique varieties. Be careful on sterilizing soil, Heidi, depending on what method you use, because tomatoes do need nutrition. So if it's just quickly for starting the seeds and you're going to up pot it immediately, definitely sterile soil. But if it's going to be in there for a while, you're going to want something with nutrition, and you wouldn't want sterile. Hey, Mary, nice to see you. Oh, June, so nice to see you. Very, very nice to see you, my friend. I'm glad you're here. Hi, Brianna. Happy Thursday to you. And Mariah, hello. Happy Thursday. Nesha says, happy Thursday. Finally made it early. Of course, it's 24 in, and I haven't even talked about a tomato. Hey, Olivia. Thanks for being here. Sashka, thanks for being here. And Mel, Eva, I have like a new feature I'm going to show you guys in a minute. Actually, we have 104 live viewers. I think last week we made up to like 138, which was my all-time high. Really glad you're all here. Even if you don't comment at all, just really glad you're here. Hope you get something out of the episode. Make sure you have a notebook and pen. And make sure you join our community, Tomato Lovers Collective and Swap, if you're not a member. Even if you hate Facebook, just join just for that. We also have Pepper Lovers Collective and Swap. We would love to see you there. Are you guys ready for my new feature? I have a trivia question feature. So this is for, maybe I should wait a couple minutes. Yeah, let me get to some more comments and then I'll wait, because I see we're still creeping up in people watching. Jennifer Barnes, hello, fellow tomato enthusiasts. I'm on version 32.2 of my grow list. I'm sure today will cause even more adjustments. Probably, maybe, probably. I'm not on my final because I keep getting new things in. Thank you, Angwei. and Bill Yoder just sent me some things. So, but by the time I come back March 12th, it should be solid, or pretty close to being solid. Hi, Anne. Thanks for being here. Who else do we have? Jerry's here. Hey, Jerry. SN232. Hello. If you're watching on Instagram, unfortunately, I can't see your comments, and the platform I use won't pick you up for the prizes either. So if you'd like to be a part of the conversation and win a prize, or I was going to say or two. No, it's just one prize everybody's eligible for. Come on over to my YouTube channel, which is Mr. and Mrs. Tomato Head. If you're fine watching on Instagram, don't need to participate, don't want to win any prizes, that's great. My mom was telling me just today that she puts hearts in the chat, and I'm like, I didn't know you watched. She's watching on Instagram, and I can't see it. So if you're watching, hi, Mom. Just talked to her this morning. Who else we have? JT Chuang. Happy Thursday to you. Thanks for watching. Paragoon1230. Hello. And Jocelyn. Hi there. And Deb. Hey, Deb. We've got what, 4 days? Today's Thursday, Friday, Saturday, 3 days until I'm out of messenger jail. Isn't that ridiculous? A lot of people, hey, Julia, a lot of people did suggest that perhaps it was too much traffic. And I will tell you that day before was probably the most traffic I've had on Messenger. So nice to be early today, says Eva. And Lunra's here. Gosh, we've got a great crowd today. And Raminta, hello, Lauren, and the great group. It is a great group, isn't it? Akelia's here. Hello, and thank you for everything. Enjoy your time off. Thank you. I will. It really is heaven on earth down there, and spending 3 weeks with my parents is precious. The reason why I'm not gonna be back for 5 weeks is because, the airline I use, Allegiant Airlines, flies direct from Newark, which would be my airport, it's about an hour away, to, Destin Fort Walton Beach Airport, which is a tiny little airport. It's almost impossible to find direct flights, but this airline does, and they only fly on Thursdays and Sundays. So I'm flying out next Thursday, and I'm coming back on a Thursday. So those 2 are cut out, and then there's the 3 weeks I'm actually there. So 5 weeks. But by the time I come back, I'll have some great stuff built up, and, can't wait. Um, Destin is definitely beautiful. I loved living in that area. Oh, lucky you, lucky you. My parents don't own there, but they rented the same place for a couple of years right on the ocean. It's like a condo townhouse unit type thing. My parents' bedroom overlooks the water. It's really just beautiful down there. I probably wouldn't want to be there in the summer. It gets pretty hot and probably very, very crowded. But it's not one of those beach towns that like everything's closed for the winter. They've got great restaurants. Um, we go out for every meal. I don't know if you guys, if any of you live by, there's a chain that I love down there called First Watch. And I'm not a big breakfast eater, but they've got this great thing. It's started to come down south. I think there's one by my son in Harrisburg, Pennsylvania now. It's like farm to table. They've got this breakfast thing called AM Superfoods Bowl. And I actually make it for Rob here. It's a chia seed pudding, which I make with coconut milk, and it's got granola. It's got wild blueberry preserves, fresh fruit, fresh berries. Um, it's delicious, and they've got some really good breakfast potatoes too. So if any of you have a First Watch by you, give us a shout out and let us know what you think. I love it. Oh, Melly Mango got last week's Supernova tomato seeds from Mary. So excited to start them. Little tip: one of my prizes for today, my surprise prizes, has Supernova in it. Just saying. Hey, Francis. Hope you enjoy your trip to our beautiful Gulf Coast, Lauren. We'll try to order up some nice weather for you. Thank you. Yeah, I happened to look at the WeatherBug today, and it looks like by the time I get there, it'll be low 70s, which makes me very happy. Hey, Kina. Glad you're here. Hi, Mandy. Thanks for being here. Who else haven't I gotten yet? Tiffany. Yay, I made it. Somehow I'm always 20 minutes behind. Hi, Pretty. Thanks for being here. And Laura Bradley's here. We will have Lauren show withdrawal. I know, so will I. So will I. Thanks, Ken. Great show. I agree. Wasn't it fun? Susan watched Ken's replay. It was great. Yeah, I'm really, really happy for him. He's been talking about doing this for probably just about it when we saw that Lauren's Tomato Awesome Sauce was getting viewership. He's like, I would love to do that with peppers. And so he's been talking about it forever. And it wasn't until I did our special 4,000 member pepper show, I think it was like 2 weeks ago. He's like, I need to do this. And so he's using EV Mux too. I have like a pro plan. So he's on this and he's making his own graphics. He did such a great job. And it was his first episode. I was a hot mess. I'm still kicking myself out of my shows once in a while. He did so great. Really happy that so many of you tuned in. Ken did a great job. Hey, Lisa, thanks for being here. All right, let's do. Let me just make sure I've got everybody. Oh, okay, Olivia. I can't do prizes today because I'm going away, returning March 15th. So you and I will be away. I think I did know that. Wasn't sure. I did look at my messages. No problem. You give away every week, so that's incredibly generous. Hey, Greg. Thanks for being here. Kim's here. Hey, tomato heads. Oh, Kim's here. Good evening, all. Lovely to catch up. In bed early, is coming down with a cold. Ugh. I had one last week. If you guys remember, if you may remember, my brain just did not work last week. It didn't get to be a bad cold at all, but like my brain really wasn't working. It was embarrassing. I think my brain's working a little better today. I know, Melly, were you soliciting tomato pics, maybe some weird tomato names? No. Nope. Oh, Francis. Luke might be working for Messenger now. He locked your Messenger down. We're talking about Luke from MI Gardner. I mentioned last week that it's probably going to have to be after I get back the video. But long story short, don't buy from Luke from MI Gardner because he is a grifter and he lies. And I used to love him, had nothing against him, but he's a real problem for the tomato and seed world. So be on the lookout for a video on that. I thought this too, Heidi. Whoever the drama was with may have reported you. I considered it. It's more than one person. It was two people. No members or anything like that. If you send a message and tag a lot of people at once, they will put you in jail. Nope, didn't do that. Been there, done that. Did not do that. Hi, Iris. We will miss you, but enjoy your parents in Destin. I will be in PC Beach the end of May. PC Beach, is that Port Canaveral? What's PC Beach? Remind me. Hey, Nancy. Oh, look, my mom made it. Hey, Mom. We're watching. Hey, Mom and Dad. Can't wait to see you guys. I'm canceling my show for 5 weeks because I want to be with you guys. I'm sure you saw. Everybody's going to go through withdrawal. Hoping to be able to start my peppers this weekend. The ice storm put me so behind, knocked out my power for days, also no water, and then no heat, and then no internet. It has been rough here in Tennessee. I'm so sorry. I know Linda Downing has had the same. Whoa, leave site. No, not leave site. Oh, no. The browser warning you just saw is part of our safety feature to prevent accidentally tab closure. Your work is automatically saved. This is just not okay. Now I'm going to be in EV Mux jail. Yeah, I'm so sorry. I know Linda was having trouble. All of you down in that area. I'm sorry that that you had such a rough time. We had snow, not ice, so we did not lose power. Angway, yay, Lauren the Seed Fairy, mailing seeds far and wide. Thank you for all you do for us. Have a good vacation. You're welcome, my friend. It's totally worth it. Thank you for your generosity. Hey, here's Linda. Speak of the devil. Have a wonderful vacation with your parents. Thank you. Mandy, we will miss you, Lauren, but you need a holiday with your parents. Keep safe and safe journey. Thank you. I think I told you guys last week, Riley and I were renting a car and we're driving to Orlando because she's auditioning for Disneyland Paris while we're down there. And Orlando is not anywhere close to Destin. It's like 5 or 6 hours. I'm not sure. I guess I missed a comment from Achille. I don't see that happening. Guess I missed a comment. Let's go ahead here. Hey, Malachi Jen's here. Hope you and Riley have an amazing time in Florida. Lauren, you'll be missed. She's turning 30 while we're down there. She's only staying for 12 days, but she's my baby. Well, she's my older baby of the babies. She's turning 30. I'm going to have a 30-year-old. So I'm going to make it really special for her. I was talking with my mom about it today, and my sister and one of her daughters is coming down too. So we're going to have a great 30th celebration for Riley. She deserves it. Hi, Hector. Thanks for joining in. We have 113 live viewers right now. Mom and Dad, this happens every week. People like tomatoes. I'm not the only crazy one. Thank you, Lauren. That is exactly what I wanted to rewatch one of your videos. You're welcome. Love your method. Thank you. I was telling, I think it was Gigi in the group today that she said that she's used my method and she had great success too. And I keep hearing that, which makes me happy. It's is it more labor intensive? I wouldn't say it's more labor intensive. It's just different. But let me tell you, these, they say to bury your plants. And I think Ashley from Gardening in Canada isn't necessarily a fan, so we may disagree on that. But when I put my seedlings in those seedling grow bags and you see the roots growing out and they're like this big. Now, I do this because I don't plant in ground until end of May. No earlier. Was caught with a frost on May 17th, a couple years ago, 4 years ago. So end of May, and it always seems like we have so much going on. Sometimes it's not until June. So I need a method that's not going to stress my plants out. You don't need to do the seedling grow bag. If you start your seeds and, in the solo cup or the bootstrap farmer 3x3 pot, perhaps you're ready to go in ground from there. But for me, I go from there and I stagger. I start end of March, and each week I do more and more. I'll start the dwarfs perhaps earlier than that, like when I get home from Destin, and I call them my garage tomatoes. I will drag them out in a grow bag during the day and in at night. But I think this will be my third year staggering. It works really great. That way you don't have massive seedlings all at the same time. There's really no need for it. So perhaps you can do your late season varieties first, like Angwe ES is a late season. Not super late. I was getting them August and September, but depending on your growing climate, that's when you may want to start early. And believe me, you want to grow it. I can't wait to grow that again. Who else we have? Tiffany. Hey there. Tanya's Townhouse Garden. Hi, everybody. Watch a few of yours today. Loved the prop of micro one. Starting micros, start growing micros indoors, prop to finish. Is that the one? Start to finish, rather. I do have a lot of reviews of micros. I haven't done those in a long time. I always have all these ideas and not enough time in the day. Ken and I were talking after his show, and he's really thrilled with how it went also. So I'm so happy for him. And he and I both talk, like, editing videos is just not our thing. I don't have the patience for it, and neither does he. So these live ones are great. Don't have to edit a thing. If I screw up, it's there forever. Hey, garden girl. Ms. Awesome Sauce Tomato Lady, sorry to hear you are messenger jail. Can't wait to hear the Friday night show. I like the Canadian lady. Isn't she fantastic? I love her. First time watching live. Hey, glad you're here. Very glad you're here. What town where I'm going? It's called Destin. Destin. Finally got the time right. First time watching from the beginning. Thanks for being here. All right, I'm going to stop with the comments. Well, let me do a couple more. Christy's here. Hey, Christy. And I have the plant swap on my calendar, just trying to find a friend to come with me as it's a work day for my husband. Oh, I hope you can. Perhaps we should organize something in the group for people that want to come, maybe not by themselves, and we can see where people are coming from. That might be a good idea because there are a lot of people coming, I keep hearing, which is super excited. Hey, Alex from Lucky Garden. Hey, Tomato Heads. Adrian's here. Hi, Adrian. Oh, yes, the swap. Melly, it's in Carlisle, Pennsylvania. It's exactly halfway for Jen and I. She's in West Virginia. I'm in New Jersey. It's about 2.5 hours for us both ways. We're at 121 live viewers. That's excellent. What's the event that had tomato tasting? I saw an old picture in the group. So last year we started a tomato tasting. That will be August 28th. We did it end of September last year. It was way too late. Even the tomatoes I brought they don't taste the same that late in the season. So that's same place, Carlisle, Pennsylvania at Latort Park. That's a tomato tasting, and we have vendors that come. We had Bounty Hunter Seeds and Forgotten Heirlooms. As far as I know, they're both coming to the May event as well. I know Ken is, but I think Lucas said they were coming again. So it's like one-stop shopping. You can buy seeds, swap seedlings for those that bring extra plants, perhaps swap seeds if people bring seeds, and just have a great time. We had a great time. I'm hoping Tim and Darylyn, I'm not sure if they're coming to May, or I think they're still planning on coming to August. I'm not sure if they're coming in May also, from Inspired Garden Life is what I mean. And they're sponsoring this show today. They have great t-shirts. Let me just show their slides for anybody that came late. It's inspiredgardenlife.com. They have all kinds of great gardening shirts, a billion tomato shirts, pepper shirts, just general gardening, birding. They're giving away 5 free t-shirts today and 3 $25 gift cards. And that's them in stuffed animal form. They're so adorable. Thank you, Tim and Darylyn. I know they're not here today. So type in hashtag tomato, just like Darla did here, and we'll have all kinds of great prizes at the end. It's a 5.5 hour drive. I might just go. I know Akelia comes from far and Haley comes from far. I want to say for Akelia, it's around that length, isn't it, Akelia? She's coming from Syracuse. Okay. Hey, Jen's here. Hi, everyone listening on my drive home from work. I love you, my sweet friend. I can't wait for tomorrow night. For those of you that are just joining, Jen and I will have Tomato Talk Live tomorrow night with Ashley Essakin from the Gardening in Canada channel. Her channel's gotten massive. I forget how much. She's well over 100,000, I think, right? Some of you can correct me. I want to say she's like 140,000, something like that. Oh, Mama Tomato Head's here. Yes, I give plants to my parents. They normally live in the Poconos in Pennsylvania. They're there during the summer, and they go to Destin in the winter. I've been in Facebook jail, but now Messenger jail. I know. I didn't know it was such a thing either. I had no idea. Okay. I use Allegiant out of Memphis, a drive, but cheap and direct. Cheap and direct. Direct. Nothing goes direct to Destin. You often have to change in Charlotte or Atlanta, I think, from me. We just got a first watch here in Pittsburgh area. I'm not a fan, but I'm not a breakfast food fan either. Let me tell you, neither am I normally, but that breakfast I love. I love. I eat plant-based, so there isn't a whole lot down there for eating breakfast, but that chia seed pudding, granola, berries, and they've got great breakfast potatoes too. I'm a fan. At home though, I'm embarrassed to admit, but I don't eat breakfast. But Rob does, and I make that for him every single day. I make a big batch of the chia seed pudding, and then we have fresh berries and stuff. We just got a first watch locally. We'll have to try it out. I think they have breakfast and lunch. I don't think they're open for dinner, but they're great. Missy's got a first watch. Their $1 million bacon is yummy. I think my mom and dad got that one time. It's like, isn't it like baked with brown sugar or something like that on there? It looks amazing. All right, let's get to some tomatoes. But before we do that, I want to show you guys. So if you're in the group, you probably caught this post. Better Homes and Gardens this week had an article out. Check out this trivia time. According to Better Homes and Gardens, what is the tomato of the year? Put it in the comments. There's no winners. Gives you 40 seconds to come up. What is the tomato of the year? Sufferwell, Sartre Louise, Cherokee Purple, or Malachite Box? Put it in the comments. There's nothing to win. It's just a fun trivia thing. All right, we've got about 10 more seconds. Ready? The correct answer is going to pop up. This is so cool. Hopefully it does. Correct answer, Sartre Louise. They named that as the tomato of the year. Oh, it's doing it again. So anybody that guessed B or Sartre Louise, you got it right. So it should be Sufferwell for sure, Julia. Yeah, you guys, most of you got it. C, Cherokee Purple. Yeah, I don't know how they determine it. I will tell you it's a sexy looking tomato, that's for sure. And when I posted the article in the group the other day, many of you said you really like it. So there you go. And we talked about this variety just last week, as a matter of fact, didn't we? For some reason, because I was talking about how I don't like the black anthocyanin in tomatoes, and that one has a lot of it. We were determining, oh, no, I don't want to leave my site. Ugh. This could be dangerous. I'm getting pop-up messages. All right, let's talk tomatoes. Wasn't that fun? Trivia, yay. Okay, first tomato today. This is the actual name. It's called Bulgarian Old Sort No Name, and it is from Bulgaria. Tatiana's tomato base says Frederick Denny found the seeds for this variety in Granitovo, Bulgaria. This is said to be an old Bulgarian variety, possibly an heirloom. What an heirloom means, that's often used from vendors incorrectly. Heirloom generally means 50 years or older. A lot of vendors use it to portray it's an open pollinated and a not a or maybe my brain isn't working this way. A hybrid, not a hybrid, and that's incorrect. When you see OP, that means open pollinated. What that means is you can save seeds from it, and it will grow the same year after year, or should, unless it's not stable yet. So when you see heirloom, like I know Luke from my gardener uses it a lot incorrectly, they normally mean it's open pollinated, but that doesn't mean some are heirloom open pollinated, 50 years older. And this is information from Craig LaHoulier, who wrote Epic Tomatoes. Um, but generally, a lot of, like, you find new varieties out all the time, and they say it's an heirloom, and that would be impossible. Okay, back to Bulgarian old sort, no name, rare and ancient variety. Um, Tomato Galaxy says probably an heirloom. Oh, I get you gotta love when you see two different places, and they one obviously copied the information from the other. Indeterminate, regular leaf, large red round fruit with dense flesh, not many seeds, very good old fashioned flavor. That's from Tatiana's. And Tomato Galaxy, which is Valdis Poulin's. He owns Tomato Galaxy and Tomato Seta. He's also a breeder. He says excellent, rich, and sweet flavor of heirlooms, big plant, regular foliage, indeterminate, good production from mid-season until the first frost. Has anybody grown Bulgarian old sort, no name? Francis says Better Homes and Gardens needs to come pull TLC if they want the real scoop. No kidding, right? Meg says I thought it was terrible. Yeah, I'm pretty sure it wouldn't be my thing, so I've never tried. I've never tried. It's bland, but a citrus note, staying for the color for now. Good night, Kina. Sam says very good flavor. Seed count is on the low side. Yeah, it looks really nice. Julie's growing it this season. Okay, next one. I had this on my wish list for quite some time. And then a vendor that was new to me started carrying it. It's a variety from Chile. It's called Limicino. Isn't that beautiful? This information's from La Society des Plantes.com. The Limicino tomato originates from the town of Limache, just north of Santiago in Chile, where it is a powerful symbol of regional cultural identity. We who love big, plump, productive tomatoes fell under its spell. It disappeared some 40 years ago from being sold because it didn't hold up well in terms of shelf life alongside commercial hybrid varieties. This happens all the time. You read about it all the time, which is why we need to save the tomatoes. Save the tomatoes. We can't let things fall by the wayside, these great varieties. It's back on the scene today as people have remembered its flavor and suffered from its absence. Fruit ripens from 75 days after transplanting. And then I found it at a vendor here in the United States called Lone Crow Farm. What do they say? Anything different? Preserved through local cultivation from 1938. It's a landrace variety, and it started to become extinct, as we said. Started in the 1960s due to, as I mentioned, short shelf life, brief harvest period. Almost entirely disappeared in the 1980s. In 2015, only 4 growers in the Limache area still grew and kept Limicino seed. This is why I wanted it. It's a large ribbed beefsteak tomato that is pink in color with occasional yellow streaking, rich in lycopene. Lycopene is often found in red tomatoes. It's antioxidant properties, so tomatoes are good for you. And when tomatoes are cooked, the anti-cancer properties are even stronger, believe it or not. Celebrated for its distinctive tangy sweet taste, bright aroma, and firm yet juicy texture. Short post-harvest window, approximately 4 to 7 days before the quality declines. Those are actually my favorite kind when they've got really thin skin. So it's best enjoyed fresh in dishes like traditional ensalada chilena. Anybody grown Limicino? Oh, well, Yeah, that would be a good idea. An endangered variety grow out. Ultra rare, eh, some of them in ultra rare turn out to be varieties that are endangered. And then some of them are brand new ones that are hard to find. So, but that would be a good idea, Rach, just Rach. I like it. Um, it looks like a good dual purpose canner slicer. I like that. Um, wow, I know. Great story, right? Great story. Yes, Jerry, lycopene is also very healthy for your heart. Absolutely. Tomatoes will save us all. Let me get you guys, I have a link to where you can get Limicino. This was my first time ordering from them, so I think it's in my mailbox today. I can't speak to the quality of the seeds yet, but as far as ordering, it was very easy. They only have like 5 or 6 tomatoes on their site, and this happened to be one of them, and I think there's an orange Limicino as well that I, of course, also had to order. All right, just put in the comments um, the link to order Limicino. I figured you'd like this one, Ongwei, being a land rice and everything. All right, that's Limicino. I have another one from that site in a couple minutes. Next one is a butte. Bam. This is not an heirloom. It's a newer one, a couple of years old. This is Antique Bronze by Natalie Casanelli. I'm talking about 2 of her varieties today. She's from Ukraine. I've spoken about her varieties before. Faith, Hope, Love was one I featured a couple months ago. She has some beautiful, beautiful varieties. I think Copper Pipe, I'm almost positive, is one of hers. I grew that last year and it was a really beautiful one and very tasty. Has anybody grown Antique Bronze? You can get this on Tomato Eden, I think. Let me just check. I tried to be good this week about getting links. Oh, yes, it's at Tomato Eden and Carolina's Paradise. So let me get you the link to both Carolina's Paradise. I'm not sure if she ships international or not. She's a great vendor on Etsy. I know many of you have traded with her, Lydia Stafford. She's wonderful. So there's the link to Antique Bronze from Carolina's Paradise. And then I'll put the one for Tomato Eden as well. Mom and Dad, you bored yet? Hang on. Okay. The Tomato Eden links are always very long. I'm not sure if they all show up in the comments or not, but I shall try. All right, there you go from Tomato Eden. So let's find out about it. She's from Ukraine, as I said. It's a cross of Everett's Rusty Oxheart and Black Prince. I know Ongwei used Everett's Rusty Oxheart in a couple of his, in fact, one that I'm helping him grow again this year. It's a beautiful one. I'm not sure if I think I featured it on the show before. So Everett's Rusty Oxheart and Black Prince. Plants have strong, thick stems, large, regular leaves, about 5 to 6 feet or 1.6 to 1.8 meters, best formed in 1 to 2 stems. Each cluster sets 4 to 7 large, multi-chambered, flattened round tricolor fruits. Externally, the fruits are the color of aged bronze or darkened copper. In full sun and when overripe, they may develop a brown-purple hue. Flesh has a very, this is information from Natalia herself on her Facebook page, by the way. Flesh has a very bright tricolor pattern, dark light green, lemon yellow, with raspberry streaks and blush. Seeds are an olive-colored gel. My favorite is the green seeds and goo. Flesh has a marmalade-like consistency, very tender and sweet, juicy with a fruity aroma, mid-season variety, disease-resistant. Highest yields are achieved in rich soil conditions, regular watering, and some shading from heat. So for those of you in high heat areas, you may want to use shade cloth, which happens, I know, a lot. Oh, Malachite Jen, I grew antique bronze last year. It was tasty, but did not like my climate. Isn't that funny that I just said that? I was thinking of you when I said doesn't like the heat. Was very late and not productive. Interesting. Yeah, I feel bad for you and others that have that problem out in the desert. Um, but I feel like every year we learn a little bit more about growing out there. I mean, I don't live in that climate, but I listen enough to you and others who um, have issues. That's good to know. Cindy, hi Cindy. I've grown antique bronze last year, but the plant died because of fungus before bearing fruit. That's a bummer. That's a total bummer. Deborah's growing it currently. Deborah is in Australia, for those of you that don't know. So her season's going on right now. They're still green at the moment. You'll have to let us know. It's really beautiful. Featuring another one of hers in a minute. Olivia grew it in 2025. I love it. Good to know. Good to know. Don't think I'll be growing it this year, but it definitely looks like a Lauren tomato. Aw, I'm sure mom and dad are very proud of you. They are. They let me know all the time. They think I'm a little crazy with the tomato stuff, but I know this already. Achilea Alexi Kulik has several of Natalie's varieties in his catalog. The link to his translated catalog is in TLC. Thank you. I'm actually showing two of his varieties today, too. I do have a link to the catalog, but not the English version. But let me put this up. If you go into Tomato Lovers Collective, our community, Achilea and Heidi Coddington were incredibly ambitious and beautiful in creating an English version of his catalog because it is he's from Ukraine, and many of us have wanted to order, and it gets a little bit tricky. So they created a breeder resource sheet for the group where it showcases his varieties. And like I said, I'm talking about two of them today, but also they've converted to English his entire catalog. All right, let me get you all the link to his catalog. But if you want the English version, I mean, you can use translators and stuff. It just may take you a little bit longer. All right, I just put that in the comments. Oh, thank you for mentioning that. I would like to grow her painted piglet this year. I grew painted piglet last year. I forgot I had grown that too. Loved it. Really loved it. Very productive, very beautiful. She's definitely got some beautiful varieties. Thank you for reminding me of that painted piglet. LOL, my family. What started this tomato obsession? Oh, this girl on YouTube. Hey, Dee. Someone just reminded me it's Thursday. Yes, today's my last show until March 12th. So we're going to be without each other for a while. Well, except for tomorrow night. Jen and I are doing Tomato Talk Live tomorrow night. Hope you can tune in. All right, back to the tomatoes. Totally forgot about painted piglet. How did that happen? All right, next one. I mentioned there's another one from Lone Crow Farm from Chile that I wanted to feature, and this is it. This is called Renguino. It's a landrace Chilean heirloom from the Rengo area in the O'Higgins region of southern Chile. Large, vibrant red fruits with exceptional juiciness, firm flesh, and a rich aromatic flavor. Widely treasured for both its taste and storability, remains firm and flavorful after picking. Enjoy fresh in sauces or in the Chilean salsa chancho en piedra. Let me get you the link to Lone. I think I have this one too. Maybe not, but this is also at Lone Crow Farm where Limicino came from. Yeah, I didn't get this specific one, I don't think. Did I? No. But I will share the link to Lone Crow Farm, and you can just search. Like I said, they only have like 5 or 6 tomatoes there. I think they focus on varieties from Chile. But you can go to lonecrowfarm.com. Nice site. I'll let you guys know. I'll keep you posted. Oh, you purchased it. Okay, good. Thank you for pointing out Lone Crow Farm. Just purchased their Chilean tomatoes collection. Awesome sauce. Yeah, I had never heard of them, honestly. I had Limicino in my seed seeking Saturday last week, and a very kind member said she was going to grant it for me, and I was really surprised. And then I Googled, and next thing you know, this site comes up. So I don't know if they're new or if they're just starting to carry Limicino, but this was my first time ordering. So I'm glad you ordered from them. Hey, UG Roots Gardening, nice to see you again. If you're just joining, make sure you type in #tomato. Lots of great prizes, including t-shirts and gift cards from inspiredgardenlife.com. If you've never browsed their site for some great garden t-shirts, long sleeves, you want to check them out. And they have a forever code for 20% off, TLC20, just for us. So you get 20% off. And I should also mention, Secret Seed Cartel also has 20% off all time with TLC20. We're very fortunate we have these very generous vendors who hook us up like that. Okay, next one. This is another Lee Goodwin one, Lee Goodwin of J&L Garden Seeds from the United States. It's called Petite Chocolate. Is it not the most adorable thing you've ever seen in your life? Yes, it is. Lee told me he thinks the cross is Rideau Sweet and Sarah Galapagos, if you remember correctly, is what he said. Tomato Faifu says it is Rideau Sweet and Sarah Galapagos, so I'm glad they remember. Small fruits weighing 40 to 60 grams, mini beefsteak type, flattened. You know what this reminds me a little of is Coatli Salubong. Not the color so much, but the size and the shape, Angwei. Coatli Salubong is a dwarf determinate from Angwei. I know I gave many of you seeds for it this year. They've got these adorable little red ribbed tomatoes with deep tomato flavor. The size and shape of the fruits kind of look like that. Brick red to chocolate is the exterior. Juicy, multi-logged flesh, rich flavor. And if anybody's grown it, please let us know. Abundant production in the second half of the season. Extremely vigorous plant with large and wide development. Regular foliage. Semi-determinate growth to avoid invasion. Lee says unique chocolate cherry tomato with fine, rich flavor. It's a little later, but keeps producing until hard frost. Grows to be about 8 foot tall, regular leaf, and indeterminate. All right, Tomato Faifu says semi-determinate. He says indeterminate. Sometimes you can go back and forth between the two of them. Oh, Christy's growing it this year. Nice. Brianna, ooh, Petite Chocolate. I don't remember if our Lee Goodwin Grow Out group has Petite Chocolate in it. I forget. I am growing this. As far as I know, it's on my grow list right now. I am growing it, which leads me to believe that nobody else signed up for it, but perhaps it does. We'll be growing Coatli Salubong this year. Thanks, Lauren. You're welcome. It's the most adorable plant. I wonder, let me see. I think I have a slide for it, an old slide. Let me see if I can find one. It is so productive. Yep, here we go. I wish I had a picture of the plant that I can show you guys. I mean, I do have it, but I just don't have it here. Let me show you what these little babies look like. Aren't they so cute? So cute. Oh, obviously this is an old slide, Angwei, because I've got your other name on here. Sorry. This was before you came back to us. Phil Seneca and Angwei Eos are the same person. He was using the name Phil Seneca for a while, but he is in fact Angwei Eos. Really cute. Plants loaded. I know Kina and Jen both grew it this year. Oh no, Jen grew it. I feel like something happened with. No, Kina grew it too. Very deep, rich. Oh, I was talking to Malachite Jen about this because it'll do great in your climate. And I think I saw Angwei just comment on that. Thrives in dry and hot conditions. That's why I was talking to Malachite Jen about it. I think you'll enjoy it. Great for sauces. Very deep, rich tomato flavor. Okay, let's move on. Let me go back here. Not much information about this, but I did just get seeds from Seed Savers Exchange, hearing great things about it. It's called Pink Climber. Um, Sandhill Preservation is this information I got. They have it on their site, but they are sold out for the season, or I forget if it said sold. I think they did say sold out. But a vendor on Seed Savers Exchange does have it, which is where I got it. Mid-season indeterminate potato leaf, very vigorous vines of 12 to 16 ounce flat globe tomatoes. Sandhill says we have heard many people rave about this variety, and I finally figured out why. When I actually took care of it, it yielded and then in parentheses they were weeded. It yielded a mountain of pink tomatoes, 1 pound and up. Tatiana's tomato base says 75 days, indeterminate potato leaf, high production of great tasting 10 to 16 ounce pink fruit. And then I found a seed bank called Theanomins. They said mid-season indeterminate potato leaf, very vigorous, 12 to 16 ounce flat globe. It yields a mountain of pink tomatoes, 1 pound and up. I forgot to put down the listing for it in Seed Savers Exchange, but I believe the listing also said it's fantastic. So this is the only picture I could find of it. This is from Sandhill Preservation. I'm really digging pink potato leaf this year. Well, last year too, but I believe I'm adding this to my grow list for this year. Rebecca, my tomato obsession started with my quest for a ripe tomato in frozen northern Minnesota. Before Facebook, there was an incredible forum and wonderful community, Tomatoville. Oh, yes, I know Tomatoville well. That's cute. Finer seeds in Coatli Salubong. Not sure. Finer seeds in Coatli Salubong. Not sure. I'm not thinking clearly as to what you mean by that. Very, very cute. I agree. I'm growing it this year, supposed to do well in Texas. I would imagine it would. And yes, Coatli Salubong is a dwarf. How tall does it grow? Not very. 30 to 34 inches, I would say, which would be 75 to 85 centimeters. It's short and it is loaded with fruit. And Malachi Jen says, definitely going on my grow list. That's good to hear. No update. I haven't done the video yet. I promise you when I get back, I have all the receipts. I have all the screenshots. There was a recent problem with him renaming tomatoes that he knew were already renamed, and he did it anyway. Made it very clear to him. Many of us were doing so, but there's also years worth of stories about him. So I would highly recommend not giving him business. I'm very small potatoes, but as far as a YouTube channel compared to him, he's got a couple million. But I feel like with this position I'm in the tomato community, I can at least do my part and feel better about it that I tried to warn everybody. I'll just say that. Ongwei says, not a dwarf, but is a compact plant that is semi-determinate. Okay. My bad. Mary, you don't have seeds for Coatli Salubong? I thought I had some, but I must have dreamed it. How is that possible? All right, looks like Ongwei's gotcha. Yeah, I bet it would do good in the Philippines, Cindy, for sure. How's your season going? All right, so that's Pink Climber. No information about Pink Climber from anybody, I guess. Okay. Next one. This is a fun one. Matt's Pepper sells this. It's called Space Exposed. The actual seed variety, it looks like from the seed package, is Rutgers, California. Rutgers, California Supreme. But it's got a great story to it. If you look on Matt's Peppers, and that's where you can get the seeds, he's got the whole story mapped out. But in 1984, they sent millions of tomato seeds up into space aboard the Challenger shuttle mission as part of NASA's Long Duration Exposure Facility project. They carried out dozens of experiments. Park seeds was the one that donated the seeds, and their part in the experiment was to observe the effects of deep space on seeds. The cargo remained in Earth orbit for 5 years until 1989, when the Columbia shuttle mission STS-32 retrieved the experiment and the seeds were returned to Earth. They were then distributed for use in science experiments. Ultimately, 132,000 experimental kits were sent to 64,000 teachers in more than 40,000 schools. Is this not the coolest thing? Involving more than 3 million students throughout the United States and 30 foreign countries, one of the largest science experiments ever. Participating students from elementary schools, high schools, and colleges were given at least 50 flight seeds and 50 control seeds, the seeds that never left the Earth. Students designed their own experiments and participated in testing their own hypotheses, making decisions, and collecting data. Students prepared detailed reports about their observations, and those results were compiled and published in 1991 by NASA's Educational Affairs Division as Seeds, a Celebration of Science. And then there's a link on Matt's Peppers where you can go to see Park Seeds. They have a whole write-up about it. In fact, I think I have the link to that. Do I? Yes, I do. If you'd like to read the whole article, it's super interesting and fun. I'm going to put the link in the comments right now. Oops. Shoot. Hang on. Let me try again because there's something in the link that shouldn't be there. Not sure how that happened. All right. Use the second one. Okay. Park Seeds has a whole write-up about it. They said the results were germination rates were nearly identical between space and control seeds. Some space seeds actually sprouted slightly faster. No harmful mutations were detected. And in some cases, storage in space preserved the seeds better than Earth storage. The project generated wonder. Students became scientists. Teachers became facilitators of hands-on discovery. And Park Seed became known just for the seed that shipped to gardeners, but the seeds it helped send into space. There's actually another tomato space program too that I will talk about eventually. Metz, when you order the seeds, he says, to be clear, you are not buying 38-year-old seeds. I had one successfully germinate for me, and you will receive seeds from the one plant I grew this season. I assume it was last season. So how cool is that for any collectors out there like myself? Let me get you the link to it on Matt's Peppers. I was placing an order for peppers the other day, and I came across this, and I'm like, that's uber cool. Have to get that, and I have to talk about that with our tomato heads. All right, here's the link to order this on Matt's Peppers. He's always got such unique stuff. Okay. It is so cool. Space Exposed, what a cool story. They did this with African violets also and produced new mutants one can find for sale online. Yeah, it definitely wasn't just tomato seeds. So I didn't know about the African violets. I looked at Space Exposed 3 days ago on a maybe list. Cool story. It is a cool story for sure. Okay, next one. Here's one from Alexi Kulik. Again, if you are in Tomato Lovers Collective and Swap, thank you, Akelia and Heidi, for compiling not only his breeder resource sheet for us, which is super helpful, but also having information about each one and photos, which is great, and also for translating his entire catalog to English. What a great thing that is. If you're not in our community, Tomato Lovers Collective and Swap, we've got all kinds of breeder resource sheets just like that are helpful to people. We've got an entire micro and mini dwarf spreadsheet that's a work in progress, and all kinds of wonderful breeders wrong slideshow, are in there. So this is Galician, and I got seeds for this from my friend Heidi. Alexi's from Ukraine. Looks fantastic. Heidi says this new green, when ripe, was one of my top 2 favorites from his My Ukraine series. He's got a series called My Ukraine. The next one I'm going to show is also from that series. Look at these. I mean, his varieties are as beautiful as Natalie Casanelli, Bill Yoder, Sofia Sakova. I mean, they're really just works of art. Heidi says clean, bright, and beautiful. 4 to 6 ounces in her Denver garden. Brix was a 6.3. And according to our breeder resource sheet from Achille and Heidi, Galician refers to Galicia, a historical and cultural region in western Ukraine with a strong folk, literary, and artistic tradition. And Tomato Galaxy says medium early, fruits are flat, round, variegated, striped, light green with stripes and red stripes. The flesh is bright. Weight is 150 to 300 grams. The taste is rich, sweet, and juicy. Height of the bush is 1.4 to 1.5 meters. This tomato is well stored and has increased resistance to diseases. And again, it's from Alexei Kulik of his My Ukraine series. Anybody grown this? I know it was out last year. So, here we go. Susan, Grugalician, in 2025, very good, beautiful fruit, so high yielding and great disease resistance, served us until frost. That's really super helpful. I got the 10 pepper varieties from a Chinese mission called Hangzhou Space Peppers, purchased the set from Baus Grows. Yep, there's a space mission for those too. Side tomatoes, we are such nerds. I know we are, aren't we? I can't tell you how much I hated science as a kid, but I'm good at tomato science. Jerry says, love the looks. That looks so juicy. I know. And all that gel for sure. He's got some gorgeous varieties. Sounds good. Gorgeous. Absolutely. If you're just joining us, make sure you type in #tomato in the comments. We've got some great prizes at the end of the episode to give out. This one's called BAM, and it's from Iran. Just ordered this from Experimental Farm Network. They have some, they always come out with some new and interesting varieties that I always try to snatch up. I don't know that I have much, if anything. I'm sure I must have something from Iran, but not much. Bam tomato was collected in 1940 in the small city of Bam, Iran, in the southern province of Kerman. It has been maintained by the USDA ever since. Collected by USDA plant explorer Walter Norman Coles. It was originally reported to be a mix of red and yellow sorts, but so far it seems to be only red at this point. After 85 years in the USDA collection, some drift is to be expected. It's entirely possible someone selected out the yellow fruiting genetics at some point, but it's also possible that those genes are still in the population and will show up again. It's a land race, so you can expect some variation. Land races are tomatoes that are they're grown and allowed to pollinate with others, and they get acclimated to specific environment. So they're I don't know what the race part is, but so I know Ang Wei is very interested in landrace. Joseph Lofthouse has a whole book on landrace tomatoes or landrace gardening, not just tomatoes. So they're very interesting, and they can have variation in them, which I kind of like. What else do we know about BAM? We're told it makes a great salsa, mild flavored, pale red, usually ribbed, somewhat squat with a good texture. The name Wham is a UNESCO World Heritage Site famous for its ancient citadel. The city has a long history of being a center for the textile industry, known for beautiful cotton clothing and fabric. All right, let me get you the link to that. I love Experimental Farm Network. If you've never checked out their site, you want to do that. Super interesting stuff that you can't find elsewhere. Great lettuces, great one of my favorite basils is a cross of African opal. I can't remember it's not African blue basil. Blue. Oh my goodness. It's a special cross they have. I've been growing it for years. I thought my brain was working better, but it's not. I'll think of it in a minute. All right, here is the link to BAM. Anna, I ordered that Iranian one too, and a Palestinian variety from there. I think I'm talking about that one too, and I think we'll do well in drought conditions. I bet you're right. Yep, pretty sure I'm talking about that one too. I ordered that one as well. Okay, next one. Back to Natalie Casanelli. Look at this one. Love Potion number 9. Not really the number 9 part, but Love Potion. Natalie is another one from Ukraine. Look at this tomato. If you've grown it, do tell. Seeds can be found at Tomato Eden. I didn't check Carolina's Paradise. I know she has a lot of Natalie's, but I didn't check. But I do know that Tomato Eden, I think they're in stock, but I'm not positive. Natalie says it's a young variety. It was obtained by crossing the varieties of Big White Zebra and Cherokee Purple. Interesting. Plants with strong stems and a normal type of leaves. Height in open ground 1.6 to 1.7 meters. Best to form into 1 to 2 stems. Heat and extremely high temperature of her garden in 2024 withstood very well and set a large number of fruits. Anybody grow this? Hi, Renee, Garden Sanctuary. Nice to see you. Thanks for tuning in. Lip smacking. I know. Doesn't it look lip smacking? For sure. Ooh, beautiful. I agree. I got seeds for this in a tray, but I also got from Tomato Eden as well. Yeah, Deb, this is a Deb tomato if I ever saw one. Hello, interior of Love Potion. Looks similar to Painted Piglet. I wonder if I have Painted Piglet on here. If I have my pictures of Painted Piglet. Let me look. I know I featured it. Yes, I do. Let's take a look. So this was a variety I grew this past season, 2025. Another one of Natalie's. It's pretty, huh? So productive. So productive. I know there's a typo in the Ukrainian name there. There should be an F instead of a K, I believe. But yes, for any of you that got seeds from me from Painted Piglet or seeds from anywhere else for that matter, this was a really good one. I think you'll enjoy it. It has typical, what I would call typical tricolor taste. It's not deeply intense, but it's fruity and delicious. And they always seem to be super productive for me too. I don't know if it's the color or what. I mean, there isn't a lot that isn't super productive for me. I have to say I have good luck. But you know, the weather can do crazy things. So that's another one of Natalie's there. All right, where did I leave off? So that's Love Potion. Anybody grown Love Potion? Love Potion number 9. Ooh, Love Potion. No, it's not blue side. Oh, it starts with an M. Now that just came to me. Mriani, African, and Opal Basil. That's it. I don't know that for sure they still sell it. There is a site that I can't remember the name of. It starts with a W that has a lot of these great crosses, but you want to get it. You actually don't want this variety to be stable because the great thing is like some leaves are ruffled on some plants, some are regular, and they have a tie-dye look. I wonder if I have a slide for that. I've been talking about this one for years until African blue basil came into my life. I still grow it. I don't. Bummer. Nope, just the African blue. But it's beautiful. And you want to get like F4. You don't want to get much further than that because the more stable it gets, it's going to start taking on one of the parents. But it's totally beautiful. I know I originally got it. Actually, Wheel Seeds used to sell it on Etsy too. Last I checked, they'd still sold it on Experimental Farm Network. But let me see if I can find the site real quick. Riani, African, and Opal Basil. Wild Garden Seed. And it looks like Experimental Farm Network still has it. Let me see if I can show you guys what it looks like. Yeah, neither of these pictures are great, but let me show it to you. Let's see. Here's from Wild Mountain Seeds. Okay, totally outside of the picture here. Let's try to fix that. There we go. That's not the greatest picture. The ones that are my favorite, and the cool thing about it is each plant is totally different. Um, you get some that are like a tie-dye look to them, and they're so pretty. So as you can see here, there's some ruffled, there's some not ruffled. They're all different colors. So um, yeah, you can get that from Experimental Farm Network or Wild Garden Seed. They've got a couple of other interesting basils as well. I always wonder how I go 2 hours. Now I know. I get sidetracked, but it's exciting. I want to tell you guys about all this stuff. Love Potion is a nice one, says Hector. Gorgeous. Love Potion. Everybody loves Love Potion. Hey, Linda. Interior, excellent looking. Yeah, I think I've already featured her too for today that I was going to talk about, but she has some beautiful tomatoes. Andrea in Dubai as we speak, giving away some tomato seeds and received some from South Africa as well. How cool. Good for you. Good for you. Painted piglet looks tasty. Yeah, it was a good one. It was fun to grow that. Amazing you're on a roll this week, Lauren. Don't say that I haven't kicked myself out yet. Angwei, land-raised tomatoes require seeds to be saved from at least half the population with a multitude of plants to sustain the genetic variation in the population. Single plants would produce an heirloom. And he goes on to say, landrace is to Grex what heirloom is to open pollinated. Land races are usually from a particular place for a long, long time. Good to know. Love Potion was on my last order from Tomato Eden. Yeah, she has quite a few of Natalie's. It's beautiful, says Olivia. They taste, the Mariani African and Opal Basil taste just great. And they look so pretty on a tomato salad, like I do sliced tomatoes on a platter and drizzle with good extra virgin olive oil and aged balsamic, like really good aged balsamic, and then tear up basil. Don't chop it because you'll bruise it, but tear up basil. And that basil looks gorgeous on a tomato platter. Like if you've already got a colorful tomato platter, that is a real showstopper. What's the name of that basil, Lauren? Let me put it in a banner. Because the way I say it would be hard to know exactly how to spell it. Here we go. Riani, African, and Opal basil. So Experimental Farm Network has it. Wild Garden Seed has it. Not sure if Wheel Seeds, they were selling basils for a while, but I don't think they are any longer. But if you Google that, both of those sites will come up. I have ordered from Wild Garden Seed also and had great luck with their shipping and their basil seeds as well. Okay, next one. Mr. Bruno. You know what this one kind of reminds me of with the story? It kind of reminds me of one that was super popular. I think we just hit our record, 139 live viewers and not including Instagram. Yay, gang, we did it. Maybe we can get over 140. Thank you all for watching. My name's Lauren, if you don't know me. Anyway, in Tomato Lovers Collective last year, there was a popular one that was going around called Mrs. Gorby. Some people were just calling it Gorby. Oh, we did it. 141. Yay. Make sure you type in hashtag tomato, everybody. I'll be giving away lots of prizes, t-shirts from Inspire Garden Life, gift cards, and some great seed packages, including 5 surprise ones of me and seed packages from Teresa Begin. Thank you, Teresa. So anyway, there was a great story about this Mrs. Gorby. Sybil Gorby was her name, is her name. I believe she's still alive, but I can't confirm that for sure. She was growing the same variety. Mom and Dad, if you're still watching, I think I gave you this one last year, if I'm not mistaken. Oh, you know what? I just remembered mine wasn't true to type. Mine was a cuckoo. So if you grew it last year, it wasn't the real one. So she was one beautiful older woman, I think in her early 90s. She was growing the same tomato, great big red tomato since the 60s, saving seeds every year. And then her daughter started giving seeds out And a couple people wrote to the did I say sister? I meant daughter. The daughter got seeds, and many of us grew Mrs. Gorby last year. This has a similar story, Mr. Bruno, and these you can get seeds at Bounty Hunter Seeds. I'll read you the story, but let me just get you the link to. Did I not put it up here? Yeah, here we go. Mr. Bruno. We love Bounty Hunter Seeds. I always have good luck with them. They've got a great selection, very fast shipping, great prices, good quality seeds. All right, Mr. Bruno. So these are from Australia. Deborah, have you heard of Mr. Bruno? Have you grown Mr. Bruno? Any of you from Australia that have grown it? Um, they're back from in 2008. There was a post by a Dr. Huey on Garden Web. This is a message board, and he said this summer. So this is from 2008. Remember, this summer I'm growing a mix of 20 hybrid and heirloom American tomatoes. It's been my most productive season to date, only his fourth year growing, thanks to the terrific advice and tips gleaned from this forum over the years. I have one ring in the plot. This is the story. In the winter, I was given a few seeds of a tomato, which is very popular among home gardeners in the Geelong district in Victoria. During World War II, an Italian prisoner of war was assigned to a farmer in the Geelong district to provide labor. He proved such a good worker that the farmer made contact with his employee in Italy and sponsored his return to Australia as a migrant. He arrived in the early 50s and settled in the Geelong area. Like many European immigrants, he brought with him vegetable seeds, including some favorite family tomato seeds. By the late 50s, he was keeping the seeds of his most productive tomato and continued to grow this variety until about 3 to 4 years ago. So that was 2003, 2004. For many years, he helped the local hospital by selling tomato seedlings at the hospital's annual spring fair. Apparently, the word spread among the local gardeners, and Mr. Bruno's tomatoes were eagerly sought after. Mr. Bruno is still alive and now resides in a senior citizens home. Again, this was 2008. I don't know if he's how old he is or if he's still alive or not. He can no longer grow his tomatoes. I spoke with him recently, and he is happy to have the distribution of the seeds widened. His tomato has done brilliantly for me this season. It is a heavy producer of 7 to 8 slicing tomatoes. It's a ribbed tomato with a balanced flavor, leaning perhaps towards sweet rather than acid. I've already picked 15 pounds from this one bush, and it's still producing. The bush is a strong, regular leaf plant, not tall, 3.5 to 4 feet, shortest of all my bushes this year. Needs supporting. And then Bounty Hunter says it's a mid-season tomato with regular leaf foliage, indeterminate, produces these red beefsteaks. The fruits can range from 5 to 11 ounces. These are a juicy fruit with an excellent flavor. So that's Mr. Bruno. Has anybody grown Mr. Bruno? Did we hit 145? I looked away. We're at 142 right now. Yay. Wow. This is so great. Welcome to the tomato season, everybody. Glad to have you here. If it's your first time watching, thank you. And make sure you join our community on Facebook, Tomato Lovers Collective and Swap. We would love to have you. We appeal to beginning grower and seasoned growers like me who've been growing for 30 years. We are educational. We do swap seeds once a week, Seed Seeking Saturday. But we're all about helping each other out, learning about tomatoes. We post articles and we've got breeder resource sheets. So we would love to have you. Thank you all for helping me reach our what do you call it? Our most viewers ever so far. Andrea says, I'll be talking tomorrow to a group of about 60 people about my prayer garden when I give away the tomato seeds. So I just had to bring my Master's Palette t-shirt from Inspire Garden Life to wear. That's so awesome. Will you please take pictures? That's amazing. That's amazing. Oh, Deborah's never heard of it. Interesting. Well, now you're going to need seeds, I think, huh? I mean, I think you do. What is the crown thing with numbers? I'm not sure what you're referring to. Crown thing with numbers. Not sure. Not sure what you're referring to. I don't see on my dashboard. I can't see a crown thing. Thank you, Tanya. Thumbs up for Lauren, please. It helps reach more folks. Thank you, guys. It's exciting. If you're just tuning in, type in hashtag tomato in the comments. You won't be sorry. We're giving away a lot of prizes. Okay, so that's Mr. Bruno. I guess nobody's grown it. Next one. Another one from Alexei Kulik of Ukraine. Today's Ukraine Day, I guess. Some call it Evening Kiev, others call it Kiev Evenings. I think on Heidi's package to me it says Kiev Evenings, but on our breeder resource sheet, it's Evening Kiev. So I put both on there. Look at the color of this tomato. It looks like it tastes amazing. All of his do. Achille and Heidi on our breeder resource sheet, they say it's a poetic city-inspired name. And this is from his My Ukraine series also. Evoking Kiev at dusk, often associated with warmth, reflection, and the city's cultural and historical atmosphere. And then there's a site that sells it from Russia called tomatawesomesauce.ru. They say new variety bred by Alexei Kulik, tall, mid-season. The fruits are pinkish chocolate on the outside with dark burgundy flesh inside, unusually firm yet very juicy with a rich flavor and a long finish. Ooh, I like the long finish. Combining sweetness and tartness. Taste is 5+ stars. I'm not sure what their rating system is, but that sounds pretty good to me. Tomatoes are firm and keep well and don't crack or rot. A super variety. Heidi loved it also. She only gives me things she loves. Anybody grown this one? Oh, thank you, Mayor from afar. Love the show and the tomato community. I love the tomato community too. I really do. Even with some of the drama I have to deal with sometimes, you guys are amazing. This is the best obsession. My neighbors and family actually love it. I tell people about TLC all the time. That's so nice. That's so nice. Kina, Jen, and I work really hard to make sure it maintains drama-free and fun. It's supposed to be fun. Tomatoes are supposed to be fun. Anybody that sucks the fun out of it is taking themselves way too seriously. It can be fun while sharing accurate information and sharing the stories. It's supposed to be fun. If it's not fun, I don't want to do it anymore. Oh, yeah, I saw YouTube did that. That crown thing has to do with most active person in the chat, something like that. Well, I cannot see that on my end. So, while of course I love activity in the chat, certainly not awarding anybody for being the most active, but cool. Yeah, YouTube started adding that in a couple months ago, I think. And I was like, okay, but I can't see it. I can't see it. Wildman 2894. Hello, hello. Thanks for watching. River Rock Farm says, I have 6 green stalks for this coming season. If your first time using green stalks, they're a lot of fun. I grow my micro dwarfs in there. That tomato just made my mouth water. I know, right? I never understand people using filters on tomatoes because there are so many, like, you don't need filters on these. They look beautiful just the way they are. Don't go changing to try to please me. Breaking out in the Billy Joel. Evening Kiev looks delish. I love you just the way you are. I'm growing this one this year thanks to Heidi and the Rare Tomato Swap. Was that in the Rare Tomato Swap? Cool beans. Yeah, she and Alexi are very good friends, and she loves him. So if Heidi loves him, I love him too. And she's very good to Heidi and Achillia with we're having a grow out for him in Tomato Lovers Collective and Swap too. We have a team of people, 15 people, 3 backups who are growing his varieties this year. We also have Bill Jeffers, Lee Goodwin. We have French. We have ultra rare, micro dwarf. So we have 13 different teams this year, and Alexi's one of them. So that's really exciting. That color's intense. I know. That's one of the things I love about his tomatoes. I grew one of his this year. I wonder if I have the slide of my show. Chumatsky Shkla, which translate, and I know that's the wrong pronunciation. Yeah, I don't have my pictures, but I guess I have the slide from when I was showing my grow list. It translates to Milky Way. Here it is. I thought it was good, not fantastic, um, but good, but good. It was very productive. I was hoping for a little bit better, but it wasn't bad by any sense of the words. I'm just picky. I like the real intense flavors, but he very very talented breeder. Okay, where were we? Where did we leave off? Here? Yes. Okay, so that's Kiev evenings. And again, if any of you have grown any of these, please give us a shout out. That information is always super important when you were deciding to um, do it on our grow list. It's pronounced Geelong, like Geelong. Okay. It's pronounced Geelong. Geelong, like Geelong. Okay. Thank you. Linda, I plan on growing it this summer. Linda, oh no, I'm saying you're running our Alexa grow. You're not. You're doing a different one. Linda, Morton, Thomason, you are all amazing. I love this group so much. I'm so happy to hear that. Thank you for taking the time to let us know. That means a lot. New inspired garden life shirt idea. Don't let anyone suck the fun out of your tomatoes. Yes, 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 yes. No fun suckers. No fun suckers. Just seeds and goo suckers. Heidi's growing this one too. A lot of people using green stalks. Oh my God, my tomato growing and buying list keeps growing. That's what happens. Don't watch the show. I need a disclaimer. Do not watch the show. When you sang Billy Joel, I wondered when is Bill Yoder going to do a Billy Joel tomato line? That would be great. He would have so many great. Did you guys, any of you out there, watch the Billy Joel documentary that was on HBO? Came out like 2 months ago. Oh my God, was it good? Rob and I were glued to the TV. We're big Billy Joel fans, but so many interesting things I did not know about him. If any of you watched it, put it in the comments. It's so good. And if you haven't watched it and you get HBO, check it out. It's fantastic. What a life he's had. And it's amazing how that man can take a situation from his life and put it exactly how it happened into lyrics of a song. Exactly. He's so talented. I got to see him once in concert. I never got to see him at his Madison Square Garden residency, and I should have. I would love if he came back one time, but Rob and I saw him back in the late 80s, I want to say. Okay, next tomato. This is the Palestinian one. That's also from Experimental Farm Network. Benadura baladaya. Couldn't find much else out there about it other than from this Palestinian where did it go? Palestinian Heirloom Seed Library. So Experimental Farm Network says this big, beautiful, deep red to pink tomato landrace has ancestry in the Beit Omar Hebron region of the West Bank. As a Baal or rain-fed variety, they are traditionally not irrigated in Palestine, but seeded in March and later transplanted into a 10 to 12-inch hole filled with water. The soil around each plant is covered with hay or dry grass and not to be watered for the remainder of the season. You can expect at least 2 distinct types from this landrace, one with deep ribs and one that is more smooth, but both are delicious. We grow and offer seeds like these and work closely with our dear friends at the Palestine Heirloom Seed Library in the hopes that our doing so helps to remind people around the world, many of whose governments, like our own, are complicit in the Israeli oppression of Palestine, that Palestinians are not the evil monsters portrayed by their Israeli oppressors. They are people of the land who want and deserve freedom. They want to plant the seeds of their beloved plants, just as all the rest of us too do, I think it's supposed to say. They want to cook their beloved dishes with these plants, and they want to share them tenderly with the people they love. So that's an exciting story. Again, Experimental Farm Network. Let me get the link. That's where BAM came from. Do I have this one? I guess I didn't get the direct link, but go to experimentalfarmnetwork.com and you will see this there. I love the story. I love growing things from all over the world. It's super cool. I saw Billy Joel in DC a few years ago. It was a bucket list item for me. What a talent he is, huh? Oh my gosh. He's just incredible. His songs, his catalog of songs is unreal. You know what song he hates that he said in the documentary, We Didn't Start the Fire? Harry Truman, Doris Day, Red China, Johnny Ray, except that one. He hates it. I admit it's not the best song in the world, but it sure is catchy. And when you know all the words to it, it's a lot of fun. Brigitte, Billy Joel grew up in a town next to the town I grew up in. I drove past the village green on a regular basis. Hanging out at the village green. I know. Bright blue jeans. How cool. Cold beer, hot lights, my sweet romantic teenage nights. I know the village green. How cool. Seen Billy at the Brendan Byrne Arena. Oh, I remember the Brendan Byrne Arena. Back in the 80s, the last of the great music. This is the only concert I've ever been to. Well, if you're only been to one, that's a good one. Angwe, yes, Benadur Baladaya. I'm glad to see this featured here. We need to keep this one going. Let me know if you need seeds, my friend. They haven't come in yet, but I did order them. Yep, Billy Joel rap song. It's catchy. It is catchy. All right, next one. This is a Bill Yoder one, and it's on my grow list for this year among a bunch of his that I'm growing. It's called A Night Like This. It's another one from his The Cure collection. Potato leaf, yum. Indeterminate plants with thick stems produced 8 to 12 ounce dark brown chocolate fruits. Very productive variety with a rich flavor typical of dark tomatoes. Anybody else growing this one this year? I'll have to bring up to Billy Joel. He tends to like more like the new romantic, like Duran Duran, obviously, and The Cure and Depeche Mode. But he and I talk music a lot, and we have very similar taste in music. I don't know of anybody that doesn't like Billy Joel. Do you guys? How can you dislike Billy Joel? He's got a story. Really, you guys must watch this documentary. It's like maybe 4 or 5 parts. It's excellent. Iris is growing a night like this. Great. It looks so good, huh? For those of you that have never watched before, Bill Yoder is responsible for a couple of my favorite tomatoes of all time. Suffer Well is tied for first with Malapine, which is not one of his. That's a green one ripe I grew last year and will be growing forever and ever more. Suffer Well is excellent. And also Raspberry Beret is a dwarf from his Prince line that's excellent. Hey there. Cry More Cooks. Hey there. Glad to see you. Thanks for watching. We, of course, are not done. How are we doing? 1 hour, 50 minutes. What number are we on? Oh, we only have a couple more. And Pretty's growing a night like this. I have to admit, I don't know the song by The Cure, A Night Like This. I'll have to go listen to it. But look at that green seeds and goo and that coloring. It's just got to be good, right? All right. Next one. This is called Dina. And it's on my radar because Bill Minke said it's one of the best determinates he's ever had. It's a variety from Russia. It was developed by the N.I. Vavilov Institute of General Genetics. Regular leaf, 3 to 6 ounce, orange, red, cream colored fruit that are ovalish in shape, high yield, great flavor. Tatiana's tomato base says determinate compact bush with regular leaf foliage, 4 to 10 ounce peach colored round fruits with excellent flavor. It was first offered in the Seed Savers 2007 yearbook by Andrei Baranovsky of Minsk, Belarus. And then there's a site I had never been to before called leplants.ru, leplants.ru. It says the Dina tomato is a variety developed by the N.I. Vavilov Institute of General Genetics. It was approved for use in the Central, Ural, East Siberian, and Far Eastern regions in 1996. Recommended for growing in open ground, in garden plots, household plots, and farms. Represents non-standard determinate plants, 55 to 70 centimeters tall, which would be 22 to 28 inches. Foliage and branching are moderate. Leaves are regular leaf, medium size, light green. Fruit is round, 104 to 128 grams. Surface is smooth. The taste of these fruits is good and excellent. Mid-early variety ripening 104 days after full germination. resistant to septoria leaf spot. It is susceptible to late blight, watery blossom end rot, and blossom end rot. So there you go. I would not have taken a look at this one if Bill Minke he worked a lot. He's good friends with Craig LaHoulier. He worked a lot on Dwarf Tomato Project. He's a very popular lister at Seed Savers Exchange. He goes way, way back in the tomato world. And so I trust his opinion. And he mentioned this one to me. And I'm like, oh, okay. There's Dina. So I'm going to have to look into this one, possibly growing it. Bill needs to add the release year to the name so we know when it's okay to trade. Well, he has the date already. Anything that was released up until this year, Duran Duran, all that is fine, but all the new stuff, he has a date on his website. I just received seeds from Bill. Shake the Disease, Suffer Well, and many more. Can't wait to try them. Shake the Disease is also an excellent tomato. Excellent tomato. I grew them both for the second time last year. Not sure if I'm doing Shake the Disease again this year. I want to try to fit it in, but definitely Suffer Well. It's excellent, excellent tomato. It's got Berkeley pink tie-dye in the cross. And I think Cherokee purple, if I'm not mistaken. It's a potato leaf. It's an excellent tomato. All right, we're ready for one last tomato. Make sure you guys type in #tomato. Oh, hi, Yvette. Just woke up. Good morning. Put in #tomato. Inspire Garden Life's giving away t-shirts and gift cards. And then Teresa Begin has seed packages to give out 2 of them. And I'm giving out 5 surprise seed packages. And Love Potion may just be in one of them. All right, last one. I don't know how I haven't talked about this one before, but this one's called Shadow Dancer, bred by Dean Slater of the United States. Bounty Hunter carries it. Let me get you the link. I think there was one I was talking about today that he only had a couple left of. What was it? I think it was the Mr. one, Mr. Bruno. I think he only had a couple left, so you may want to check that out if you're interested in that one. Shadow Dancer. Let me get you the link. Here we go. Shadow Dancing. Wasn't that Andy Gibb? Shadow Dancing. Am I dating myself? I know I am. Remember Andy Gibb? All right, here's the link at Bounty Hunter Seeds. We love Bounty Hunter. Shadow Dancer. Created by Dean Slater. Bounty Hunter's not sure how stable it is. He says, we're not sure the stability of these tomatoes. You may get different variations. The reason is we planted 4 plants and ended up getting butterscotch stripes tomato from one of the 4 tomato plants. This was a couple of years ago, I think. Shadow Dancer tomato is a mid-season tomato plant with potato leaves. Indeterminate, produces these dark red fruits with black stripes. The weights of these tomatoes will range from 5 to 7 ounces. The taste of these delicious tomatoes would be mild and fruity. This has been out a while. Anybody grown Shadow Dancer? And if yes, Andy Gibb. He was something else, huh? He died. Didn't he die? Some kind of crazy, like a long time ago. It was awful. He was very young. Now I'm forgetting how he died. Was it like a cancer or something like that? He was one of the co-hosts of Solid Gold. You guys in the United States remember Solid Gold with Marilyn McCoo? Was that her name? Marilyn She was from the Fifth Dimension, I think. I loved Solid Gold. Oh gosh, good times. Shadow Dancer's a beauty. Wow, pulling out the big guns, Andy Gibb. I should tell Bill Yoder to do an Andy Gibb collection. Yeah, he died in the 80s. Wasn't he married or dating Victoria Principal from Dallas? I know he was. I don't know that they got married, but I know they were dating. She was a bit older than him. It was kind of a big thing. Oh my, love this one. Dang, gotta change grow list. Would make great Pico de Gallo. It sure would. So the 2 photos on the ends are from Cultive Teru, and the photo in the center is from Bounty Hunter. I had an Andy Gibb poster on my wall when I was 13. I had an Andy Gibb t-shirt, which I'm wearing for my 3rd grade school picture. Mom, I don't know if you're still watching. I remember having such a fight with you. You didn't want me to wear it, and I was insistent. I don't know how you let me wear it, but somewhere there's a picture of me in an Andy Gibb t-shirt as my school photo with like this beautiful bowl haircut. Yes, Solid Gold was great. Was just watching Solid Gold Saturday night. Like they have repeats on somewhere. Oh, those were the days. I thought it was drugs too. But Teresa says complications of his heart, myocarditis. And they broke up. Yeah. Just dating. Yeah. Thinking of doing Shadow Dancer. I have a good Dean Slater collection. Yeah, I think I'm growing that one you gave me this year. I think you know what I'm talking about. Andy Gibb, yes, my dad almost arrested him in Malibu. He had a meltdown during a Malibu fire, 1980s, I think, flames are going, and the bush is looking for his dog. Dad loved animals and gave him a pass. Good dad. What a good dad. Died in 1988, man. Wasn't Shadow Dancing was his big song, right? I don't know that he had much else other than that, but he was a teenage heartthrob. He was, for those of you that may not know, he was one of the Bee Gees brothers. He was the other brother that wasn't in the Bee Gees. He was the younger brother. Died of myocarditis. Okay. He did have drug usage, which they said could have complicated his heart condition. Um, First time here. My great grandmother is the one who teaches me. God rest her soul. Welcome, 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 Ali Olivia. Thanks for being here. You can go back. This show is recorded, so you can go back and watch the show. Really happy to have you. But in the time being, type in hashtag tomato in the comments and maybe you'll win a prize. We always give away. This is my last show until March 12th. I will be away visiting my parents in heaven on earth of Destin, Florida. So I'll be back on March 12th and probably with the grow list in hand to share with everybody. So really glad you're here, Ali. Thanks for being here. He was 30 years old when we died. Wow. It's my daughter's age. 5 days after his 30th birthday. Such a shame. All right. So that's Shadow Dancer. He made Shimmer pants look easy. He sure did. All right. Let's give away some prizes. Thank you all for being here. We a little bit ago we reached a milestone of my all-time most viewers. It was, what were we up to, 145 or something like that? Thank you, Barb. I appreciate it. I'm going to miss you guys. I love doing this show every week. Love, love, love it. In the meantime, make sure you check out Ken Fry's Pepper Show. Next week it'll be on Monday, but I think normally it will be on Tuesdays. He did ask me first, by the way, because I do unboxings and garden tour on Tuesdays, and I told him it's fine. I can change my garden tours, which are now pre-recorded because I can't do them live from my garden. I'm out in the boondocks, get terrible Wi-Fi. I can do it earlier in the day. I told him this time that I do this show is a really good time. We get people from Europe and the United States, so it's a good time for a lot of people. And I want to see him succeed, and he will. He already is. Okay, prizes, prizes, prizes. Let me show you again what Inspired Garden Life is doing. They have their new Epiphany collections. They've always got new T-shirts on the horizons. If you see this one, I don't know if I can expand it a little bit. It's got a picture of a big tomato, and it says, "It grew me." That's a new one. And there's another one. I have like a lot of freaking tomatoes. I don't have that one. They've got all kinds of great things. So they're giving away 5 free shirts and 3 $25 gift cards to Inspired Garden Life. If you win, you need to reach out to them directly, please. Hang on, I've got this says to claim your gift card with the email address. It's for a gift card or t-shirt. So I'm going to keep that scrolling for their prizes. Aren't they just adorable? Meeting them in person in Carlisle was such a highlight of my year. They're such wonderful people. All right, let's get the giveaway tool up. All right, first t-shirt goes to, oh, I got another new thing I can show you guys. Amanda Lammy. Congratulations, Amanda. And look, confetti. I'm getting all high tech, huh? Congratulations, Amanda. Next one, t-shirt number 2. Labby Angel 4497. Please email Inspire Garden Life at support@inspiregardenlife.com. Just writing this down just in case. I know a lot of you by your profile names on YouTube, but there's others where your name is so different from your regular name. I'm sorry. I get a couple new ones. It seems every week where I know it, but I wish I could see who everybody is. Number 3, Mr. 73450. Congratulations, Mr. 73450. You can email them at support@inspiregardenlife.com. Uh-oh, what happened? Hang on, you deserve confetti too. There you go. All right, next one. Number 4. Thank you to Tim and Daryl, and they do this on the first Thursday of each month. They give away 5 t-shirts and 3 $25 gift cards. And if you missed it earlier, hang on. My Humble Garden. Congratulations. This month, for anybody who wins, so any of you that have just won, if you give somebody's email, like a garden friend or whatever, they get a free t-shirt. They're so generous. So you'll want to make sure it's somebody who kind of agrees to give their email out. A garden friend. Who wouldn't want a free gardening t-shirt, right? Hang on, I didn't do the confetti. There we go. And last t-shirt. Jeanette Martin, 777. Congratulations, Jeanette. Again, you can email them support@inspiregardenlife.com. Okay, and now they're giving away 3 $25 gift cards. You can check them at inspiregardenlife.com. First gift card goes to JT Chuang, sorry. Congratulations, JT. You can email them at support@inspiregardenlife.com. Number 2, forgot to give you confetti. The whole world deserves confetti, don't they? Gigi, congratulations, Gigi. $25 gift card. And last one, Oles Farm. Congratulations, Oles Farm. You can, all of you that just won, you can email them support@inspiregardenlife.com. Okay. Next one, we have Teresa Begin is giving away for, hang on, for 2 people. Let me get rid of this banner here. A Sophia and Karen Olivier seed pack, and that includes maple syrup, melon liqueur, True Colors, and Taiga for 2 people. So thank you, Teresa. If you guys win, if you can private message Teresa, it's Teresa Begin, Begin. If you're not on Facebook, you can email me and I'll get you in touch. And here is my email address. All right, first one. Larissa Dolls, Larissa Dolls, sorry. Congratulations, Larissa. And second one. Destiny Moon. Congratulations, Destiny. And thank you again, Teresa. for donating. Once again, you're very generous. All right. And last but not least, I am caught up with my seed wishes, which means I want to give away some. So I'm giving away 5 surprise seed packages. It'll have good stuff in it, trust me. So this one, you can private message me or you can email me. Private messaging, I look at more. Well, so I said I'm in messenger jail, and that is true. I can see messages that come in. I can't respond until Sunday. So you can email me or you can private message me with your address and I will see it. I just won't answer you back until Sunday. So silly. I'm such a danger to society. Okay, first one. Because I can't just like be caught up and be okay with that. I've got to give away prize packages. Janet Felber. Congratulations, Janet. You can private message me or email me. And next one. Dancing Vita. Congratulations, Dancing Vita. Number 3. Andrea. Congratulations, Andrea. Well deserved for the work you're doing right now, my friend. Number 4. These prize packages will go out before I leave. They'll probably go out within the next day or 2. Wildman 2894. Congratulations, Wildman. You can private message me or email me at the email address below. And last but not least, Rebecca Wood, 1993. Congratulations, Rebecca. And congratulations, everybody. Inspire Garden Life. And Teresa, thank you for your donations. And yeah, this is it for me for until March 12th. So you guys behave yourselves. I will be back. I will try to do the same. I will try to behave myself. And I hope for those of you starting seeds before I come back, best of luck to you. For those of you who are wanting to start seeds but shouldn't start seeds, don't do it. Trust me. Do not do it. Don't fall into that trap. You won't get earlier tomatoes. You'll stress out your plants. Believe me, you're better off waiting. Check out your garden zone and trust what the Farmer's Almanac says, what your garden zone is and when you should start seeds. Friends don't let friends start tomato seeds too early. You've got to trust me on this. It's tempting, but I've seen so many times people having to start all over because you think the plant's going to stay small forever and it doesn't. They grow crazy. So best to start a little later than earlier, to be honest with you, which is why I succession plant. I don't start myself until end of March, early April, and then I go all throughout April, sometimes even into May. So friends don't let friends start too early. Make sure you catch Jen and I tomorrow night for our February episode. Jen, we're going to have to reschedule our March one because I'll still be away. No, I won't. Never mind. I'll be just home for a day, but we can do that. So we have Ashley Essikin from Gardening in Canada going to be with us tomorrow night. We're going to be talking about seed starting too early and all that stuff. So I hope you guys can join us. And thank you all. You make my Thursdays a lot of fun. And I'm going to miss you all. Have a great month. I'll see you when I get back, but watch tomorrow night. Oh, thank you, everybody. Thanks for the well wishes. Have a great vacation. I will. June, it's a very enjoyable time spent together. Thank you, Lauren. Have a good trip and look forward to seeing you again when we get back. I'm so glad you're back in the tomato community. I've missed you a lot. It was so amazing hearing from you. Okay, gang. Peace, love, get your gratitude on, and go grow tomatoes. See you next time. No music? No music. There we go.